What's up, friends? Call us if you'd like. 877-77-BOBBY, B-O-B-B-Y. 877-77-BOBBY. Thank you. Let's go over and catch up on the big stories.
Bobby's Big
Stories.
I was talking recently about how I thought a food delivery driver had eaten some of my food. And now I guess I kind of expect it. I don't like that I expect it, but if there's anything open, I think about me. Would I occasionally have a fry? I would like to say I wouldn't.
But you probably would.
But earlier in my life, when I was struggling, maybe I'd have dropped a couple in the seat and then eaten them. And been like, well, what am I going to throw them away? You know, something like that.
Or whoops, he accidentally touched that one.
So, remember, he pulled up to my house. He acted like he was chewing something. Do you guys remember me telling you this story?
Yes.
And I was like, I know he's eating my food. And so, but here's another situation that I saw on TikTok. A woman on TikTok is accusing a DoorDash delivery driver of stealing her Doritos Locos taco.
Oh.
Her evidence is a picture of the driver's fingers with Doritos dust all over them.
Oh, that's funny.
Here she is explaining the whole situation.
Okay, so I ordered Taco Bell today. I go outside and the bag is ripped open. I divvy out all the food to the family and I go to grab my food and this was missing. My Doritos Locos Taco. Not really gonna worry about it. Well, just go ahead and get me a little refund and call it a day. And then I get this picture from my Dasher. Tell me that ain't Dorito dust on this woman's fingers. Tell me, y'all. Tell me this woman didn't eat my taco now.
Because they take a picture of it to prove it was delivered.
Oh,
But in the picture, you see her finger. And on the tip of the pointer finger, and the main picture is of the welcome mat with the food on it. But she left her little Doritos Locos finger right up in the...
That's funny.
Hilarious. That's story number one. A woman and her male accomplice were recently detained by police after she rented her ex-boyfriend's car. And I think by rented, I don't know if that bar, I don't know how you can rent a car.
Toro.
Yeah, but in this story, it's Toro?
I don't know, but that's how
Okay.
you would do it. He probably listed on Toro. She goes on and rents it.
Well, then she ran dozens of red lights on purpose over a period of 2 days to get it all kinds of tickets.
Oh my
And
gosh.
speeding tickets, too.
Yeah, it's a bizarre case in which a woman attempted to exact revenge on her ex-partner for leaving her for another woman by using his own car to get him in trouble with the law. She convinced another man to rent that car via a renting app. It could have been that renting app.
It could have
Yeah.
been.
Yeah, and then used the vehicle to run 49 red lights and break other traffic rules.
Crazy.
It's creative.
No.
That is creative.
Psycho.
You know? Sure. But the old-fashioned key and the slashing the tires, that's not what she did. She went beyond.
This is wild. As someone who has experienced psycho ex-girlfriends,
Oh.
I will say that this is like pretty well thought out here.
Right?
Terrible. Terrible. And they should get in trouble and their names should be plastered out there. But as someone who's not involved, hilarious. But I read that and was like, oh, I felt that. A little bit. Goldfish the size of footballs take over Minnesota Lake after residents release them into the wild.
Wow.
And people are going, if you release a goldfish, it's going to get huge. Because apparently they grow to the size of their bowl, pretty much. I mean, it's not going to turn into a striper.
Right.
You know, it's not going to be out there and be an albacore tuna.
A shark.
Yeah, but it is going to grow so much that it's going to be wild. Officials of a Minnesota city are saying, people who live here, don't release your goldfish into the wild. These fish can grow more than 1 foot long when given enough room. Officials are pulling goldfish from Keller Lake the size of a football. I would honestly think it was a perch.
Yeah.
I think if I were to grab it and pull it in, we used to perch jerk a lot. I would be like, well, it's
Perch jerk?
We used to perch jerk.
That's what you call it?
Yeah, because
I've never heard that in my life.
catching perch is not really where we come from. The perch where we grew up in Arkansas are not good for eating. You don't really want to catch perch. But if they're everywhere, you can perch jerk, and you can almost see the perch in the water,
Oh.
and they're so small, you get them jerk.
Yeah,
you
got it.
got them.
Got it.
And you can throw them. You never heard of perch jerking?
No. We
Oh.
do it all the time. I never called it that.
Well, and I'm looking at a picture of the guy. He's holding it. I would say it is comparable to a trout, like a normal trout, because normal trout aren't huge fish. So when you do get a decent size one, it's awesome. It looks like a gold trout.
That's cool.
But why is it bad for the
Yeah, can you
goldfish
eat
to
'em?
get big? Like,
No, seriously. If you catch that big of a fish, can you eat it?
I don't.
You
know.
can eat any fish.
Oh.
But you don't want to eat a little goldfish.
It's not
Well,
little.
It's not little. It's big.
know.
I don't know why they're saying don't do it. I just thought it was hilarious. They grow to the size of footballs.
Yeah, I had no idea. I thought they just stayed small.
Yeah, it makes me want to have a bigger tank at home
To let
and
her
have
get
a
big.
5-foot goldfish.
Put it in your
Right?
bathtub.
Yeah. All right, there you go. Those are your stories. Thank you very much.
Those were Bobby's Big
Stories.
On Friday's show, Cole Swindell will be in studio with Shy Carter and David Lee Murphy. They're going to play their new song that they have together. Here is his song now called Single Saturday Night. But Friday, Cole's in with friends. Tomorrow, Jamie Lee Curtis is on. Big movie star on the show, which would be pretty cool. All right, Bobby Bones Show. Thank you guys for hanging out.
Bobby Bones Show. Let's go.
Okay, hit us up, 877-77-BOBBY. We'll come back. Eddie overheard 2 lifeguards getting in a fight about something trivial.
Okay.
How he is using his kids. This is a second Eddie story. He's using his kids to kind of decide the fate of country music in general.
Interesting.
Very interesting. So we'll get to that too. And then Lunchbox went out with a microphone to see what they call that street that we talked about yesterday near the radio station called Bonerwood.
Yeah.
And I said it's Bonerwood.
It is
And
Bonerwood,
we
right?
laughed about it. I don't know. He went with a microphone and talked to residents
Okay.
and see if they giggled when talking about their own
Right.
street. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. All that coming up next. All right, going to play Luke Combs' Forever After All, Bobby Bones Show, and then coming back, how Eddie's letting his young kids decide the fate of country music. Amy, this is big what he did.
Yeah, I know. I
It's
mean,
not
I can't
just
wait.
them listening to songs. That's next. They announced the Emmy nominations yesterday, which is TV. American Idol was snubbed.
Nothing?
Nothing. Not even best fifth place person on a show, which would have been me.
No idea.
Is that even a category? American Idol, Bear Grylls was nominated. So,
Okay.
yeah, I posted a little message about Bear. I was not, but I don't think we're eligible because our show is not even over yet. I'm assuming we'd even be in the running, but people are like, did you get nominated? Nope, we didn't. But I don't think we were eligible to be up this year. HBO and HBO Max led, but just some of the big shows that had the most. The Mandalorian had the most of 24 nominations. Didn't watch that. The Crown, I had watched past seasons, but this last season was apparently the best because it went into Princess Di stuff.
Yes, it's amazing.
WandaVision, Handmaid's Tale, Ted Lasso got 20. The Queen's Gambit. A lot of great shows up there. But I also like shows where I try to convince Caitlin to watch it, and she's like, this show's not good. And then it gets an Emmy nomination. I'm like, I told you. Like, The Boys on Amazon is just the greatest show.
It's not. It's not.
Hey, Ray, turn her mic on. It is. It is great. Like Bridgerton got Best Drama Series, which I did not watch.
I only watched a few of those, but
But yeah, it's a fun TV time. TV is better than the movies in our life right now. There are more great quality, substantive television shows than there are movies. It used to be like all the cool people, they did movies, and the middle cool people did TV, and then the losers did radio. But now, we still do radio, but it's changed a little bit. Like the people that are doing like the quality drama TV shows, they're the biggest stars.
Yeah.
I mean, think about that. Think about the people that are doing, stuff like, let me read, like even Ted Lasso.
yeah.
Jason Sudeikis is like a full-fledged superstar now. But pretty cool. So Emmys are out. WandaVision, Loki, all those shows, fantastic. Did Loki get anything? Or is it too late? Too early? Too early, yeah. Speaking of awards, Eddie's letting his kids vote for the CMAs under his name.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
Which I don't...
I don't know that that's
Is that
allowed.
Well, I'm there with them. It's not like all right, guys, there we go, vote away and let them take over the computer. I'm there with them. They don't know how to run the thing. So it's tricky though right now because this is the first ballot. So this is the one where you nominate people. It's not even you have a list of 5 people to choose from.
Oh, is that right?
So it's already trouble. Like when we did Song of the Year, I'm like, all right, boys, Song of the Year. They want a Chattahoochee. I'm like, no, you can't do
Why not? Give it a Grammy is what I say.
And they're like, what about that Boot Scoot and Boogie one? I'm like, guys.
That one needs one too.
So,
but see, that's the people talking.
That's what I'm thinking. Like my kids, they're the ones that listen,
Yeah.
and they don't care what people think about their opinions. So they're gonna say what they really, really think is the best country song.
So what did you end up submitting for best country song?
Can I say that?
I don't care what you do.
They decided on Sam Hunt, Hard to Forget. And they deliberated for about 5 minutes on that.
Yeah.
But the Two Little Ones won on that one. They're like, yep, that's the song.
I can't argue that.
Okay, and their ages?
6 and 7.
So a 6 and a 7-year-old made
Yeah.
that
What
decision,
ages-
which I think
what
is
ages do we act
great.
like?
Yeah,
6
and
and
7.
7.
Right.
I know, it's totally fine. And Eddie makes a good point that, I mean, kids are the ones, like my daughter will teach me about songs or be singing a song well before I am. And sometimes I don't like it at first, but then it grows on me. And she was ahead of the curve.
Did you vote on Entertainer of the Year with the kids?
Of course.
Who'd they pick?
Garth.
But I think Garth's taking himself out though, isn't he? Didn't he like forever?
I don't think it matters. I mean, you write Garth in there, hit submit, and it goes through.
I got another Garth shirt on
I
today.
saw that.
An old tour shirt.
I saw that.
Yeah. What else did they do?
Then they did Male Vocalist of the Year.
Okay, let me guess.
This one I didn't agree with, but
Luke Combs, Stapleton. I guess Morgan Wallen can't be up, but
he can't.
I don't think. I think
They
they've
didn't pick him.
eliminated him. Yeah.
They went Kane Brown.
Great.
Yeah. I was like, okay, guys, there's a lot of singers out there. No, we like Kane Brown. We like that guy. He's got a low voice, and they went with
He
him.
does have a low voice.
Yeah.
The big behind the scenes in country music controversy right now is that maybe you've heard Morgan Wallen's not allowed to win a CMA himself, but he's allowed if they wrote a song and the song gets it, like he can win it with other people because they didn't want to eliminate the other people.
Oh.
Right?
If he's a co-writer on a song.
Or he's a anything on a song. And so there's a group of people that are fighting to make sure he wins nothing. Even if he wins
Why?
that. That's what I said. I was like, guys,
Come on.
hey, move on.
Yeah.
If he is going to go away, come back and go like, hey, I feel good. I made some mistakes. I made a big mistake. Let me try to move forward. He can't win a single award. It just doesn't seem like a fight that's worth fighting.
Not at all. And it seems exhausting. Now, if he was displaying other behavior that didn't seem like he felt like he wanted to repair anything, then okay, I guess put a little effort into that. But I mean, I don't understand that at all. And for other people to be attached to him to now be like, oh, great.
Now and I don't know if maybe, let's say he writes Mary Had a Little Lamb, and there are 4 writers on it.
Right.
And that song wins for Mary Had a Little Lamb wins Song of the Year. Can the other 3 still win? He just not even get it as a. But he should.
He should get it.
Right.
It's work. That's what he did for work.
Yeah, it is definitely a sensitive situation. But with me, the guy went away for a long time. He said, hey, I'm going to go and do X, Y, Z and come back and be a better person because of it. I'm taking him for his word.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem with, living in glass houses and throwing stones is that you're going to get one back at you. And so I just let the guy, if he wins a Songwriters Award, let him have the award. And hopefully the CMA doesn't get, bullied into being like, oh, we got to be Because he's already been penalized. He's been penalized. He can't win an award by himself.
So like, when is enough time?
What, would we
When
let
is
him
it
watch the show?
acceptable?
We're going to ban him from watching the show?
wow.
You know what? Morgan Wallen cannot watch the show this year. Put a blindfold on him. Come on. I'm a big believer in second chances. I've had a few. When I got fined $1 million by the FCC, there's no reason I should have been back on the air, except for people said, hey, he's an idiot, but he's our idiot, and we believe in him. When Lunchbox went to jail for stuff that we did,
Oh, boy. Let's not talk about that.
well, we are. People believed in me. And they say he's an idiot. And Lunchbox is an idiot.
Yeah.
But we're going to. So let's all just hold hands, the whole country music community, and move on until we are told not to. If he comes out and does something else ridiculous, then we have to kind of reevaluate and go, okay, well, maybe this isn't for him.
Oh yeah.
And it isn't for us.
That's when fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
Yep.
But if I can say something to the CMA board, don't listen to a vocal minority. Listen to the silent majority who's going, let's just have our show. And then he won't win an award this year. He's going to be a massive star. He's going to win every award from now on. And that's it. The end. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk, folks. I forgot that was happening. It just came to my mind talking about CMAs. Okay, that's what's up. Why don't we hit this and come back, and I will look at all my angry emails from the industry as soon as I go to break. I'm not the industry's darling. I am not country radio's darling. I am not Music Row's darling, where they make the decisions. They do not like me because I will speak out against them. I also speak for them if I feel it's appropriate. But they do. It is not a good relationship. So I'm gonna probably look at some of those. All right, back in a minute. There was a guy in Louisiana, and sometimes I read a news story and I know the headline is to make us go, I can't believe they would do that. But sometimes I read one of those and I go, I felt that. Like I relate. This guy was so bored in traffic. He's sitting and he's like, all right, I need to do something. I'm going crazy because I'm sitting here bumper to bumper traffic. He's so bored, he decides he's right at a bridge. He's just going to get out of his car and jump off the bridge. Right?
Wait.
Not to kill himself.
Just for fun.
He's so bored. A man who jumped from the Basin Bridge swam and wandered around before being rescued because there were alligators.
Oh.
What in the?
Mm-hmm. He hurt himself pretty badly.
You think?
Mm-hmm. He jumped. He said it was a bad decision. His shoulders are sore. He's only alive thanks to faith and rescuers. Here he is talking to KATC in Louisiana about being in the water for more than...
Now I'm laughing because this guy made the news, and Lunchbox is going to hate
I was
it.
about to get frustrated.
Yeah.
All right, here you go.
After jumping from the Atchafalaya Basin Bridge on Friday during a traffic jam, Jimmy Jennings says he was in the water for more than 2 hours.
When I hit the water, shoulder went up and kind of hurt my shoulder. When I started swimming, I couldn't get back to the bank because the current was way too strong.
Jennings says he was then on an island where he found a boat to take him back to civilization, but he was met by police.
They all had their guns on me. They were telling me, get on the ground. And so I got on the ground, listened to them. They put me in handcuffs.
This guy basically went full Gilligan's Island in 2 hours. He found a boat. He's on an island.
Yeah.
Wait, what did he plan on doing?
He's
Like, just
bored. He
jump-
could get anything.
No.
He was wanting to do anything other than sitting in traffic.
So he wasn't. Was he the driver of his
Yeah.
car or the? Okay.
Yeah, he's just
So he
like-
just left his car there.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
He thought he was just going to jump down, get out, and get back in his car.
Okay, and then that did not work out that way.
What?
So, U.S. News and World Report had the whole story, the best places to live in America. So they put out this list of cities/towns. We're going to know all of them. But they're like, these are the best places to live based on things like quality of life, how much money you make versus how much you have to spend versus crime versus... I just thought it was interesting. Number 10, Portland, Oregon. Most of these places I've been to, and they're all fantastic. But Portland, Oregon at 10. Sarasota, Florida at 9. I haven't been to Sarasota.
Yeah.
Me neither.
No.
But I hear from this list, it's pretty great. Portland, Maine. That's the state. Maine and Alaska, the two I've never been to. Naples, Florida, Colorado Springs, which is fantastic.
Yes.
I love Colorado
Yeah, me
Springs.
too.
It's hard to breathe a little bit when I move around.
The altitude?
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
What else would you think?
Well, I don't.
I hold my
okay.
breath the whole time. When I get there,
I don't know if you went in the winter, if it's the cold or what.
at number 5, Austin, Texas.
Yeah.
Number 4, Fayetteville, Arkansas.
Yes.
Thank you for doing that for me, Eddie.
Yeah, man.
Number 3, Huntsville, Alabama.
Ooh.
Drive through there, but
This is like a crowd when I'm doing stand-up, and I just say any town, and I'm like, yeah!
Oh, Rocket City.
And I'm
No.
like, you ain't been to Milwaukee.
Yeah. I've
They're
been
like,
to
I know.
Huntsville.
I've been to Huntsville.
Yeah, my family's from Alabama.
The Raleigh-Durham area.
Yeah.
Lived by there.
And then number...
I did-
We're getting
Ow.
more hype as it goes.
Number 1.
I saw it on a map.
Here we go. Number 1.
Number 1, Boulder, Colorado.
Yeah.
Best
My
places
niece,
to live.
she might go to
Okay.
college
Is
there
it
one
harder
day.
to breathe there?
Yeah. Yep.
Uh,
Still in the altitude.
So another thing I want to talk about, speaking of towns and landmarks, Amy mentioned yesterday that near here, when we drive home, we pass a street called Bonerwood.
Yep.
Bonerwood Drive. We laughed.
And then it
And
leads
then
into Bonerwood Circle.
Then we debated, is it Bonnerwood or Bonerwood? And so Lunchbox, being the reporter that he is, you went out yesterday.
Yeah, I went out to the street, and I was hoping I would find people walking around, out in their community, but they weren't. So I had to go knock on someone's door.
Oh,
And
no.
oh, no. I was about to
This
talk
is
about the bit.
awkward.
Yeah, that's weird. Let me come back to that. With the genesis of it was Amy going, who okays these street names to name something Bonerwood? And then it just kind of rolled out from there. You knocked on a door?
I had no other way to get the information I needed. There was no one out and about, and these people had their front door. They had a glass door and then a door behind it, and the door behind it was open, so they had the glass door, so it looked like they were very welcoming. So I parked in front of their house, and I went and knocked on the front door.
That's weird. All right, here we go.
Oh, it's okay, Poppers. It's okay. Hi. Excuse me. What's the name of this street?
Bonerwood.
Wait, did you say Bonerwood? Yeah. Like I saw the sign and I was like, there's no way. And it's really, say it again.
Bonerwood.
Okay. It's really called Bonerwood.
Yep. And we get laughed at all over the country.
See?
Wow.
Yeah, but
Wow.
no. And speaking of all over the country, like it made me start Googling different streets. And like, yes, Bonerwood's bad, but some people have to live on Peckerwood.
Here is you stopped somebody else driving.
They were driving, and so I stuck my hands out my car window and
Oh,
flagged them
man.
down. Like,
Oh my goodness.
They're
Get
going to
shot.
think something's wrong.
well, I mean, guys, do you want the information or
We
not?
do.
That's the only way
Great
I
job.
can do it.
Hard hitting reporter. All right, here we go.
What's the name of this street?
Bonerwood.
like, say it again. Like you're saying Bonerwood.
Bonerwood.
That's the funniest thing I've ever heard.
Then she drove off.
I guess they're used to it, you know?
Scoo Steve, you
yeah.
tried to convince us it was Bonnerwood, buddy.
I thought there would be no way that could be the name of the street, but I'm wrong.
You are.
I am totally wrong.
Thank you, Lunchbox. All right. We'll get to Eddie's lifeguard thing later. We've had so many good things today to talk about. Okay, Justin Moore, we didn't have much. Bobby Bones Show.